Push up. Come to a wall, put one arm behind you, feet are parallel, and you're just trying to, especially on that left side, see if there's a difference, right side to left side. So what I find is my left side is much more challenged than my right side because my back is weaker on that side. One arm push-ups. For this next one, this is for training the gluteal muscles. So come into a split lunge, okay? The back knee is bent, front knee is going to bend, and what I want you to think about is a slow descent, control, and then a pop up. So it's like 1, 2, 3, hug the glute, and pop up. Straight legs. 1, 2, 3, and pop up. And then do the other side and see if that's any different than the first time. Control, 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 pop up. Control, 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 pop up. Control, 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 pop up. What I find is it's easier to pull this right hip back than the left hip. So really focus as you're going through the motion of pulling the hip back into the socket to keep the hips centrated. I like to use a weight to do ankle rotation. So this is a 5-pound weight. And what I do is I'll put it on my forefoot. And then I'll use some sort of a ledge, bench, to prop up the calf. And what I'm doing is rotations and controlling the motion. So I don't want it to flop out to the side. This is so good for working on the intrinsic strength of the ankles. And what you don't want to do is compensate by rotating the leg. Keep the ankle rotating instead of the leg. Okay, and it's really hard for me to control. And then you can point and flex and point and flex. And then keep going. And just notice too, on my right side, what I find is there's some dead spots that are really hard for me to get to. Sorry, on my left side, I don't know what I said there. And so over here, really tough there. And so I just work through that even more slowly. And rotate. Probably about 20 times each direction would be a good thing to work up to. Don't be frightened if you can't quite get there initially. Pointing and flexing, pointing and flexing. And so work on avoiding compensations through the leg. Don't let the knee bend. It's straight and strong, and it stays stable as you move through these. Just let the ankle do the work. As far as strengthening goes, one of the key things to work on is foot strength, and surprisingly more so on the right than the left. So first thing that you can do with that right foot, balance. I like to use a wedge. The wedge is going to go under my big toe to enhance pressing into the big toe. I'm just going to balance on one leg. Then when I get good at that, maybe about 20 seconds, I'll start with closing my eyes. You can also incorporate things like movement with the leg, movement with the arms, really working on foot strength tied into core strength. And just see, I would do both sides to see which is more difficult. My right foot is actually weaker than my left foot.